Good, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, may we meet you, sir?
Yes, I am Isibor Abhulimen, an engineer, and I'm the General Secretary of the Nigerian Association of Auctioneers.
From the gathering today, we know that the association is holding its annual general meeting here in Niger State. And we want to ask, what are the achievements recorded by the association so far and the challenges?
Well, a very good question. We had our last AGM this year in February in Makurdi. In that AGM, there was an election and we were brought into office. Between that time, the month of February, and now, we have had a lot of challenges and tremendous achievements at the same time. Anything good always has its own bad side. The achievements we have recorded so far are the issues of the cases we have with the Nigerian Customs Service and also the Ministry of Transport. The due process was not followed in the disposal of the railway scraps under the Ministry of Transport. These items are classified as obsolete materials, which is supposed to go for an open competitive bidding with the involvement of the general public and the auctioneers, and also the auctioneers and the general public. The auctioneers is an agent of government to conduct sales. Government properties are not for allocation. Government properties are not for tender, especially when it has far overrun the book value, as in the case with the railway scraps. These are scraps that have been imported into this country donkey years ago, in the 70s. So the process that was followed in the disposal of those scraps was met with a lot of irregularities. On the basis of that, we challenged the Ministry of Transport, and the ministry has agreed to their efforts, and they have asked that we make the settlement outside the courts. That, I think, is a remarkable achievement, having got the ministry to the books to acknowledge their wrongdoings. Also, with the issue of customs. The issue of customs is quite a complicated one, because customs have their own bylaws, which also, in the bylaws, which is also an act of the parliament, they say they can conduct sales. But now the question is, where we fault them. Yes, you can conduct sales, but through which process? We're not saying you should not conduct sales, but we're asking for the process for which the disposal of contrabands and containers should be done. Then again, there's a need for us to have the auctioneers to be invited in such processes so as to protect the image of government and the overall image of the public.
Thank you very much.
Those are two remarkable achievements I think we've been able to.
Okay, from your explanations, you made us understand that any government parastatal or any government officials are not entitled to any auctioneer sales. It belongs to the association, which is the association's duty. What are the things the associations are doing? I mean the Association of Nigerian Auctioneers, to prevent and make sure that the integrity of the members of this association are fully protected and observed.
A point of correction, I did not say the properties belong to the auctioneers. I say the auctioneers are the agents, sales agents of government. We have government to sell to the highest bidder. Now, what I think, the question you are asking me is what we have done to protect the image. There's a process for becoming a member. That process has our bylaws. The bylaws have the rules and regulations governing any member. Now, if an auctioneer applies to become a member, he deposits to those bylaws. And those bylaws are the laws that guide the ethics of the profession in the best standard practice. And thank God you saw today we have adopted the Constitution where all these bylaws are completely entrenched in. Now we have a disciplinary committee, we have a board of inquiry, that looks into any offending and erring member. There are sanctions that will be given to erring member. So as long as you are a card-carrying member of this association, you are binded by those bylaws. And as such, if you violate any of the stipulated regulations we have in our laws, you face the music squarely. I think with this, all auctioneers are under check and key.
Finally, sir, any comment on your own concerning this association and government of Nigeria generally?
We have had a lot of challenges in government. This profession is a very wide profession, and we encourage people even in government to be part of this, our professional body. But you cannot be a referee in a game and say you want to play in that game. If you want to become an auctioneer and you want to also be working for government agencies, that is double standard. So, therefore, if you want to become a member and you're a government official, the honorable thing to do is to resign your appointment in office, seasoned civil servant who worked in the Ministry of Finance for 17 years. Now, the crop of people we have as our members are people who are also seasoned professional and businessmen. Like, I'm an engineer by profession, and I've worked with my engineering profession in the past before. Now, the thing is, sorry, what's the question again? You did that well.
Your comments, your own comment, general, concerning the association of government.
Okay, yes, government of the yeah. Now, the problem we have and the challenges we have with government agency is that some government officials, especially in the procurement department, want to be involved in sales, and therefore they call you to call for tender, where they will have some level of control. And if you encourage the act of tender, the process is no more transparent. The public, who is our major interest in serving, will not be carried along, because you are asking for government properties to be allocated to government officials. So therefore, we want a complete separation. If you are advertising to use the service of auctioneers, you advertise, and on the basis of the applications that are tendered before you, select best practices and the auctioneers to use for such disposals. And as such, what I also expect to be done is the ministry has their own standard of appointing auctioneers on the basis of certain laid down criteria. And if this is followed, I think they will meet the best for the government, because by appointing the service of auctioneers, they will be able to sell to the highest bid, the highest preferred bid, open and is transparent. The problem we have when government officials decide to do secret bid tender, like I was saying in the case of NPA, where the secret bid was done. Government spent a lot of money to carry out evaluation, identification and classification of certain government properties. Now they told people to come and bid for these items. In a bid for some bidders to win at all costs, they overshoot the even value, that's the true value of some items. And when you ask them to pay, you can't find them anymore. These items are still littered all over government premises, and nobody has come to carry the goods. But whereby you appoint the service of an auctioneer, and you have already valued the item as the best price, market price, the auctioneer will come and upscale that value for which the members of the departments or the consultants or the Ministry of Works would have valued that item. Thereby, government will not lose any revenue.
Thank you very much, sir, for shining more light on the activities of the association and the challenges recorded so far by the association.
Thank you very much.
It's nice having you with us, and thank you for your time, sir.
God bless you.